Don't start the stream. Start the stream. Okay, stream. So welcome back to our live stream mathematics El Sam. So we are just using this time to set up and because I don't like this frame. This frame. This one. Good. So stay tuned. 10 minutes, then we'll start teaching mathematics. This is transposition of formulas. Stay tuned. Don't make sure you um, subscribe and yeah, later. Jesus Christ, I'm busy that the teacher is coming soon. So okay. So welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining our live session on mathematics. Yeah, today is going to be a very nice class. So we are going to be teaching transposition of formulas. Stay tuned. Elsam is going to be on board by let's say 10 minutes after or 5 minutes. Yeah, so just stay tuned. Welcome to our live session. Thank you very much. Yeah. Come on. All right. Okay. OG blood. I can see you. Grace. This is Namani Grace. All right. Yeah. Welcome to the stream. Please don't go off. Stay tuned. Who else is here? Okay. If you are online, just react. Just send this love emoji. Send this love emoji. Let's see that you are active. So I'll send mine. Hey, react. We are live. If you are active, just send the reaction so that we'll know that you are active. All right. So for those that don't know me, I'm Divine. Yeah, look me out on Instagram. Where's the marker? Let me write my Instagram handle so that yeah on Instagram. So this is my name on Instagram. Devian underscore yeah yeah Instagram. Yeah, feel free to follow and send a DM to me. Then maybe we can work together. I don't know if you are into photography, social media marketing. Anyways, yeah, right. All right. As you are online, or you are subscribed to this channel, want to see you. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe.
Yeah, welcome to class. This is Samm. Today we are treating transposition of formulas. Transposition of formulas. Now, this is the goal for the class. Our goal is to solve these problems comfortably. So before we start, I will teach everything you need to know so that you can solve these problems comfortably. Okay, this we're making M the subject. So in this first GP formula, we're making N the subject. Here we're making T the subject. Here we're making R the subject. We're making F the subject. And here M. So this is our goal. We want to be able to solve this conveniently. So I'll walk you through a process. I will solve a lot of problems that will give us the confidence to solve these problems confidently. So if you are ready, I'm ready. Let's go. So if you can hear me clearly, can you type 1? So if you type 1, it means you can hear me clearly. So type 1, let me know you are with me so that we'll proceed. Type 1. Okay. So Sharon, you can hear me. OG Blood, you can hear me. Stige International. Yeah. I have Is It Done? And Grace. Yeah. Okay. So let's begin. Now, if you are given a formula, say V equals to U plus AT, and now you want to make U the subject of this formula. Now, what you can do, this is a linear equation. What you can do simply is to isolate U. And there are a number of ways we can do that. But the easiest in this case is to move the AT to the other side so that U is isolated. So we can write this as V. This plus AT here becomes minus AT on this other side equal to U. So we can confidently say that our U equals to V minus AT. And that's it. Straightforward. So there are cases where we move values to get our answer. So these are straightforward ones. So that was pretty straightforward. If it's clear to you, indicate 1. This is clear to you, indicate 1. Or just type clear. So we know it's very clear to you, and then we proceed. So you see, we have very serious problems to solve. So let's be going step by step to get all the skills we need, all the ideas we need to solve problems like these. All right, so it's clear to all of us. So let's do number 2. Perimeter of a rectangle is 2 multiplied by length plus breadth, right? Now let's make length the subject. Now, if you're feeling confident already, you can go ahead. But we'll solve together. Now, watch. We want to make L the subject. So let me put it this way, L. So what do you think we can do? There are a number of ways, but to go step by step, we can expand this bracket so that we can isolate our L, and then we go from there. So from here, I can say P is equal to 2L plus 2B. That's 2 multiplied by L is 2L. 2 multiplied by B is 2B. Now, watch. It is L we're looking for. So we look for ways to isolate the L. So we can move this 2B away to this other side, just as we did up here. So we're going to get P, this plus 2B now becomes minus 2B over here, equal to 2L, right? Are you getting it? I hope you're getting it. Now, what we can do from here is to divide both sides by 2. So when you have a product 2 and L, you can divide. When you have sum or difference, you move to the other side. So in this case, now we can divide both sides by 2. Like dividing both sides by 2, so that this 2 can cancel out this 2. And then our L is what we have here, which is P minus 2B all over 2. Okay? So if you did it without waiting for me, did you get the same answer exactly? Okay. Yes, yes. Cool. Okay, so let's move to a third one. So we have K equals to AN plus BM divided by 2. Now let's make A the subject, or let's make N the subject. Let's make N the subject. If you're feeling confident, you can start solving. It's fine. Otherwise, let's go together. Now, you see, we're moving step by step so that all the concepts will be clear. All the different ideas we need to solve more advanced problems like this. So we have them. Okay, so what do you think we can do here? We're looking for this N, which is attached to A. So what do you think we do? Now, to take off these 2, I'm going to cross multiply. I'll start by cross multiplying. So if I divide this one by 1, K over 1 is still K. So I want to cross multiply. So it means that this will be multiplied by 1 and this will be multiplied by 2. So let's bring this one here. So we have AN plus BM multiplied by 1 is the same, right? Equal to 2 multiplied by K, that's 2K. Okay, so is anybody confused from what I've just done? If you are confused, kindly indicate, let me re-explain this line. Because every step matters so that we can solve these ones confidently. Every step matters. So these questions I'm solving, they have been coined to ensure that you understand everything you need to solve advanced problems on transposition of formulas. Yes? So it's clear to everyone, right? Okay. Now, since we are looking for N, we can isolate this AN by taking this BM to the other side. So AN will be equal to what? Here we have 2K. So this plus BM going to the other side becomes minus BM. Okay? Now, we have a product here, A and N, and we need our N. We need to isolate N. So we can divide both sides by A so that the A leaves the N, and which is our M. So from here, we divide both sides by A. So if this cancels out, we have N equal to what? 2K minus BM all over A. And that's the answer. But take note, there are some things, if the exam you are preparing for is multiple choice, you might not see this exact answer there. So it is possible you see this. 2K over A minus BM over A. So this A can be distributed. So this is a possibility. If you do not see the answer like this, you can see it like this. So this is correct. This is correct. Okay? So if number 3 is clear to you, just indicate so that we can proceed. We have a long way to go. So if it's clear to you, just indicate. Let's move to the next. Clear, right? Okay, so area of a circle. Pi r squared. Let's make r the subject. Now, just be patient. In case you understand some of these things, just be patient to follow through, because each question we're solving is a step towards understanding how to solve advanced transposition of formulas. Okay, so if you're feeling confident already, what's your answer? Otherwise, just watch me crack it. Okay? Now, we are trying to isolate R because we want to make R the subject. So this one is even straightforward. We only have pi attached to the R, and it's a product. So when you have a product, what you do is you divide both sides by the other element in that product. So we need R, so we can divide both sides by pi. So if we divide both sides by pi, divided by pi, divided by pi, pi cancels pi. So r squared left equal to a over pi. Now, we're not looking for r squared. So if you stop here, you have not gotten the final answer. We're not looking for pi. We're not looking for r squared. We're looking for r. So from here now, we can take the square root of both sides. So we can take the square root of both sides. So we have our r squared, the square root of it, equal to the square root of a over pi. Now, square and square roots will cancel out. So square cancels out square roots. And then our r equals to the square root of a over pi. Now, for the sake of advanced problems, it's possible you see the answer written as r equals to a over pi raised to the power half. So there are cases where you see the answer like this instead of this. It is still the same. Now, if you remembered one of the laws of indices, which we called root law, in case you have not watched our indices series, we have a video on this channel that tackles indices, beginner to advanced. So you can watch that video. One of the laws of indices says that your roots can be written as half. So if you have, let's say, p raised to the power 3 equal to m, for example, p can be written as m raised to the power 1 over 3. So, but this is by the way. This is by the way. We learned it in indices. So you can watch that video where we explain those laws. So this is the answer, but this is also the answer. In case the exam you're preparing for is multiple choice, and then you did not see this in the options, and you see this, it is the same thing. All right, so we've done 4 so far. Yeah, I like the speed. So any comments? If you are not clear with number 4, can you indicate? If you are clear, just indicate. Let's proceed. Okay, so everyone is clear with it. Let's see a number 5. Okay. For those of you who do physics, you would have seen this formula. Yes. So for the sake of those who don't do physics, let's not discuss what the formula means. Let's just transpose to make R the subject. Okay? So if you're feeling confident, you can proceed. Otherwise, you wait for me, and then we'll get the answer together. So, okay, let me give you 60 seconds to provide your answer. So I'll be off the screen for 60 seconds. Can you zoom the question? Can you zoom it? Okay, so you have 60 seconds to provide the answer to this problem. You are making R the subject. So what you have is F equal to G mm over R squared. So let's go. Did you mute? Mute. Yeah, welcome back. So what's your answer? Now we can do this like we did a number before. So we can put this over 1, remember, and cross multiply. If we cross multiply, we have FR squared, that's F multiplied by R squared, equals to 1 multiplied by this gives us GMM. Now, if you watch what I'm doing, I'm trying my best to bring the variable we are looking for to the left-hand side. I'm trying to bring this variable. We're looking for R now, so I'm trying to bring R to the left-hand side, making it easy for us to just go. So now what do you think we can do from here? Since it's R we're looking for, and you have a product here, we can do what? Divide both sides by what? By F. So if we divide both sides by F, we have r squared equals to gmm over f. Okay, so what do you think we do from here? I think you can pick clue from what we did here. We can take the square root of both sides, right? So r will be the square root of gmm over f. Okay, and that's it. So I believe the picture is getting clearer. It's getting clearer. Okay, some of them got it. Okay, so number 6. Okay, look at this formula. Let's make V the subject. So we're going advance gradually. Okay, now we want to make V the subject. So what do you think is the first thing we'll do? Remember, if you're feeling confident already, proceed. But otherwise, if you're following me, it's fine too. So what do you think is the first step here? We want to make V the subject. Yes? Okay. Now, since we want to get V, and V is part of half M, so we have half mv squared, let's take this to the other side. So we have E, this plus mgh can become minus mgh over here, right? Since we're moving it across the equality sign, the sign changes. So we have equal to half mv squared. Okay? Now remember what we're looking for is V. Sorry, is V. So we can divide both sides by half M, so that we'll have V left. That's a good idea, but I won't do that. I want to deal with this half. So instead of dividing both sides by half M, I don't want this half here. So what can I multiply by half so that it becomes 1 or it goes away? So half multiplied by what will give us 1? That will be 2, right? Since we have 1 over 2, if we multiply by 2 over 1, we get what? 1. So we can multiply both sides by 2 so that this half becomes 1. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Okay, let me take the step, and if you don't understand, I will take it again. So I can multiply both sides by 2. So let me go stepwise. So I have 2 multiplied by E minus mgh equals to 2 multiplied by half mv squared. So I multiplied both sides by 2. So just when you divide both sides by 2, divide both sides by a particular variable, we can also multiply. That's mathematically correct. So if we do this, we'll have 2 into E minus mgh equal to mv squared. That's 2 multiplied by half is 1. Okay? kindly check. If you are confused about what I've just done, you can indicate, let me re-explain this line. Otherwise, I proceed. So anybody complaining? Okay, so we proceed. So we have mv squared and we're looking for v. So what do? We can divide both sides by what? By m, right? So divided by m, divided by m cancels m, right? So our v square is equal to all of this. So let me bring it this way. So our v square equals to all of this, which is what? 2 into e minus mgh all over m. So I believe you know how we'll end this to get our v. We've done it here, we've done it earlier, now we want to do it again. So our v becomes what? We're taking the square root of both sides. So v becomes the square root of 2 into e minus mgh over m. Okay? Is this clear enough? So is it clear? Comment if you have any doubt or any confusion about any of the lines. Can you indicate so that we iron it out together? Okay, so number 7, we have t equals to 1 over 2 pi k over, k over m. Okay, so for this formula, let's make m the subject. So we want to make m the subject. All right, so I think we're getting intermediate now. So if you think you can solve it, can you indicate I can or I can't? So if you can solve it confidently, say I can. If you can't, say I can't. Yes? So how many I can'ts do we have? Should I give you 60 seconds to try it? So do I have some I can'ts? Okay, so we have some I can'ts and I can't. Okay, for those that can, let me give you 30 seconds. Okay, so your time starts now. 30 seconds. Let's go. Mute. All right, so we want to proceed by solving this problem. Yeah, so in a case like this, what do you think we can do? Now, I have this 1 over 2 pi here. And it's a kind of an hindrance to get to this. So we can take this off. Now, how do we make this 1? We can multiply this by, this is 1 over 2 pi, right? We can multiply it by 2 pi over 1. So what I'm saying is that 1 over 2 pi times 2 pi over 1. The answer is 1, right? So we can multiply both sides by 2 pi over 1. So that it will help us to take away this particular one. So from here we'll say multiply by 2 pi over 1. So we have 1 over 2 pi here that we need to eliminate. So if we multiply both sides by 2 pi over 1, as I just showed, it will give us 1. So 2 pi over 1 multiplied by t equals to 2 pi over 1 multiplied by 1 over 2 pi root k over m. So I'm multiplying both sides by 2 pi over 1, or simply 2 pi. So 2 pi times t, so we have 2 pi t over here equal to this, we cancel this, right? So here we have our square root of k over m. Okay, so is this clear to you? Check. What I've done, is it clear to you? Because if you don't understand this, in fact, you have to understand it, because we'll need this idea when we get here. So if it's not clear to you, indicate now. Let me re-explain that line. Okay, so somebody said it's not clear to them. Maybe you're just joining the class. Like if you remember here, because of this half that we wanted to take away, we multiplied both sides by 2, right? So you have 1 over 2, multiply both sides by 2 over 1, just the reciprocal of this to take it off. You can multiply both sides by that reciprocal of this. So we have to multiply both sides by 2, because the reciprocal of half of 1 over 2 is 2 over 1. So it's exactly the same thing we are doing here. We don't need this 1 over 2 pi here. So we multiply both sides by the reciprocal of 1 over 2 pi, which is 2 pi over 1. So when you multiply both sides by 2 pi over 1, it can cancel this 1 over 2 pi, and then that's how we got this. So all we did is multiply both sides by 2 pi over 1, or 2 pi. So that's how we got here. Now, our aim is to find m. Now, remember that square and square root, they cancel out. Like what we did here, this and this. This canceled this. That's how we got v, right? And then we had this. So square and square root, they always cancel out. So from here, we can choose to square both sides. So if we square both sides, what we'll have is something like this. Because we need to take off that root. That square root is preventing us from getting our m. So we need to take off that square root. And the easiest way to do it is to square both sides. So this will give us 4 pi square. That's 2 square is 4. Remember our law of indices. Pi square, and then we'll have t square, right? Equal to this. We'll cancel this. We'll have k over m. Okay, so we are almost there. our goal is to look for m, right? Is to look for m. So from here we can, there are many ways to go about it, but let's do the one that is easier to understand. We can make this over 1 and cross multiply. So m multiplied by what we have here, which is what? Multiplied by 4 pi square t square equal to k multiplied by 1 is k. Okay? So now, having done this, we can divide both sides by everything that is attached to m because we have a product. So we can divide both sides by 4 pi square t square divided by 4 pi square t square. Okay, so if we do that, this cancels this, and our m is equal to k divided by 4 pi square t square. Okay, and that's the answer. So I believe it's getting more interesting. So if you do not understand, can you indicate quickly so that we run through this? And I think we're matured enough now to start solving. So I believe we can do number 4 now, and possibly number 5, even 3. So I'll pick number 4 next. So let's see how far we've gone. So let's pick number 4 now. Which is going to be our number 8 now. So r over r equal to f plus p over f minus p. So we have to make f the subject. All right, so I think we're matured enough to start solving these problems. So I will give you 60 seconds to solve this problem. So your time starts now. So let's see what you get. Okay, mute.
So guys, hope you are still active. So if you have not subscribed, please tap the subscribe button. Just go to his profile and please subscribe if you're a new member in this channel. Right. So don't forget to solve this number 8. I know you guys are intelligent mathematics students here, so stay tuned. We're just going to give you 1 minute before you solve these particular questions. All right. So shout out to the active members in this channel. Yeah, I'll call out your names later on in the ending of this session. Right. So yeah.
Yeah, so welcome back. What's your answer? What's your answer? Did you cross multiply first? Or did you square both sides? What did you do? All right, let's do it together. Now, in a case like this, that we're looking for f, which is inside this square root, you have to take away this root sign. So, and the easiest way is to square both sides. So the first step is to square both sides. So if we do that, we'll have r over r square equal to, we'll have f plus p over f minus p square. So this will cancel out this. So what we'll have here is r squared divided by small r squared equal to f plus p divided by f minus p. And remember, we're looking for f, and I have f here and f here. So we have to look for a way to combine both f's to one f, and that becomes our answer. Okay? So from here, we can cross multiply. So here we have r squared multiplied by f plus p, that's r squared multiplied by f plus p, equal to this big R squared multiplied by f minus p. Now, questions like this are very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. So you might just mistakenly put the plus or minus in the wrong place, and then you have missed it. So you have to be very careful when solving problems like this. They are not as straightforward as they appear. Okay, now we're looking for f, and now we have f here, we also have f here. So what do we do? Okay, let's expand these brackets. So we have fr squared, that's r squared multiplied by f, that's fr squared, plus r squared multiplied by p, that's also pr squared, equal to the same fr squared minus pr squared, that's f multiplied by r squared and p multiplied by r squared. Now, interestingly, we can move all the p's. Sorry, we're looking for f, so we can move all that has f to one side. So this, since we have f here, I can bring this other f this way. So what I have here is fr squared. Now this fr squared that's here, I can bring it over so that the f's are on the same side. So, but because it's positive here, it becomes negative when it crosses to this side. So we have minus fr squared equal to, here I already have a minus pr squared here, right? I have minus pr squared. This one is already here, minus pr squared. So I'll bring this plus PR square to the other side, it becomes a minus PR square also. Sorry, I'm bringing P small r square. So just see what I was saying. If you are not careful, you just leave it like that and go on. So I brought this positive PR square to the other side. It becomes negative PR square. Okay. So from here, F is common. We can take out our F. As we're factorizing now. So what we have here is r square minus this big R square. Right? So F is common to both. So we have our R square minus this other big R square equal to. Now, if you look at this side very well, P is common to both sides, right? And this minus 1 or minus is common to both sides, right? So we can bring out minus P. Since minus is common to both, as minus 1, and P is common to both, we can bring out our minus P, and then what we'll have left here is R square minus R square. That's this R square, sorry, plus now. So we have, because we've taken off the minus, right? We factorize the minus P. So what we have here is R square. So we've taken the minus here, so it becomes plus R square. Because if you expand, P minus P times R square gives you PR square. Minus P times this R square gives us this minus PR square. Now we can divide both sides by, since we're looking for F, we can divide both sides by R square minus this R square. So R square minus R square divided by R square minus R square. Okay. Let's come up here. So questions like this, one wrong move, you miss it. So this, we cancel this definitely, which is the aim. So our F now becomes minus P into R square plus R square divided by R square minus R square. Okay? Now, if you solve and get here, you are correct. If you can solve and get to this point, you are correct. But mathematically, we can still do some manipulations. We can do some manipulations. Now, remember that minus A over B, watch, minus A over B is the same thing as minus A over B. Remember that A over minus B is the same thing as minus A over B. So long as the minus is in the numerator or in the denominator, it's the same thing. So the minus affects it this way. But it's until you have, let's say, minus A and minus B that you have A over B. So these two will cancel out. But if you have it either in the numerator or denominator, the values are the same. Now, bearing this in mind, bearing what I've just said in mind, so bearing all of this in mind, we can proceed and say this is F equal to P into R square plus R square divided by minus R square minus R square. That's this minus that is up here now. We can bring it down. The value is still the same. The value remains the same. So as long as it's not a minus up and a minus down, the values, this and this, have exactly the same value. And the reason we are going this extra is that the exam you're preparing for might be multiple choice. And now you don't have this exact answer you've gotten in the options. So you have to look for other ways, or you have to proceed to or manipulate your answer to fit into one of the options, which is the correct one. Okay? So F is P into R square plus R square divided by R square minus R square. Okay, let me put a bracket so that they look similar. Okay, so and this is my answer. So if you get here, you are correct. You get here, you are correct. But I choose to stop here. Now, if you do not understand how I got my final answer, you can indicate, let me explain. But I believe you know what I did here. I believe you know. But in case you don't, can you indicate now? Let me explain. Let me check. Okay. All right. There's no indication that you do not understand. So I believe you actually understand. So this is the answer to this. And let's look at another one, which is number 5. So we want to make this small m the subject of this formula. Okay, let's see if you can do it in 60 seconds again. So in 60 seconds, you want to make this small m the subject. Remember, you have m here and m here, just like what we did. These questions have a lot of traps that if you're not careful, you might miss it. So be very careful, solve on your notes, and then we'll review it together. So your time starts now. So can you zoom in the question? Know that this video we will leave it online, so you can still go back to watch in case what I'm rubbing off now is all right. So sorry for that glitch in the network. So I want to give you 60 seconds to let's be sure that you understand what we have been saying. You want to solve this number 4, which we have up. Sorry, number 5, which you have up here. So make m this small m the subject. Don't forget the same small m you have here is what you have here, just like we did in the previous one. Try to work on it and let's see what you get. So your 60 seconds starts now. Have you muted? Yeah, welcome back. So how many of you were able to solve it? Okay, and let's go together. So in this case, what do you think we'll do? We'll cross multiply, right? So I believe you should know that by now. So f multiplied by m plus m equals to s multiplied by m minus m. So we expand, since we need to get m out, we expand. So fm plus f small m. You have to be very mindful of how your use of m equal to sm minus sm. Now, we need to get small m, right? So we can leave this one here and bring this one that has small m this way. So fm, this minus sm becomes positive sm, equal to, here we have big sm. This plus fm goes to the other side, becomes minus fm. So pretty straightforward. We can isolate our m, we can factorize to get m out. So we have f plus s equal to, we can factorize to get this big m out, and then we have here s minus f. Okay, this one is even easier than the previous one we did. So if we divide both sides by f plus s divided by f plus s, this will cancel out this. Our small m is equal to big M into s minus f divided by f plus s. Okay, and this is our answer. Yeah, that's your answer. Okay, so we've done all of the easy ones. Okay, I think we still have another one that is relatively easy, number 3. So after which we'll do 1 and 2. So but I want to be sure that everybody will get number 3 at this point. If you have been following the class from the beginning till this point, you should not miss the answer to number 3. So please solve number 3 now. So let me bring it up here. So we have V equal to pi h into 3r square plus h square all over 6. Now you have to make R the subject. Okay? So I'm giving you 60 seconds again to provide the answer to this. To transpose this to make R the subject. R. Okay? So your 60 seconds start now. Which browser?
This.
No account. There's no account.
This is the one you use for.
There's no account here.
Okay.
But this is one I use for normal browsing. Why this one I use this one for YouTube Studio. But this one I use for browsing.
Which one are you using to control the?
Is this one? Is this one? All right, so okay, so in this case, we want to make R the subject. Let me start solving down here. So we can cross multiply so that we'll make it linear, right? So let me bring all of these to the left-hand side. So we'll have pi h into 3r square plus h square, right, equals to 6v. That's v times 6, 6v. 1 multiplied by this, that's it here. So pi h into 3r square plus h square. Okay, so we're looking for r, and now we have this h here. I think the easiest way is to expand first. When we expand this bracket, and then we'll move the ones not related to r to the other side, and we solve. I think that's the easiest way. Otherwise, we can divide both sides by pi h first, but I think that's not the easiest way to go. So let's expand. So here, this multiplied by this now gives us 3 pi h r squared. That's 3 pi h and r squared. That's multiplying this by this, plus multiplying this by this, we'll have pi h cubed. That's h multiplied by h is h cubed. Yes, pi h cubed equals to 6v. So I believe this is clear. And since we're looking for r, we can move this to the other side first, so that we'll have this item left, this term left, then we can divide. So here, 3 pi h r square equals to 6v minus pi h cubed. Okay, so this is easy enough. We can divide both sides by 3 pi h. So we have the r term left. So divided by 3 pi h divided by 3 pi h. This will cancel out this. And then we have our r square equals to 6v minus pi h cubed all over 3 pi h. Okay? And then I believe you know what to do from here. Since we're having a square here, we can take the square roots of both sides. So we'll take the square roots of both sides. This will cancel out this, right? So our r becomes the square root of 6v minus pi h cubed all over 3 pi h. So this is our answer. But what if you do not see this exact answer in the options? So what other options are there? So this is correct. Now you can share this denominator to the 6v and the pi h cubed. So let's do that. Right? And now doing this, I think there's a lot are obvious. 3 and 6, pi and h. So this can give us, so can I go down or I move up? Can I continue down? Okay. So this will give us 3 here, 1, 3 here, 2, right? So we have 2v over pi h minus, this h will cancel 1 and then you have 2 left, right? Pi here 1, pi here 1. So we'll have left h squared over 3. So if you do not see this one in the options, you would see this. And that's it. So if you got it, can you indicate that you got it? If you are sure that you got the answer, can you indicate that you got the answer? Let's see how many of you are strong enough now in transposing formulas. Yes? Okay. To round up the class, we have 2 more to solve. I purposely kept them for the last because we need to understand a lot to be able to solve problems like this. Now, funny enough, this number 1 is very easy if only you understand one more element that we have not brought in. So I'll bring it in the process of solving number 1. Okay, so number 1 here, now we have S equals to A into 1 minus R raised to power N over 1 minus R. Okay, so how do we solve a problem like this? The same set of principles we've been applying, so we can cross multiply so that we'll make it on a straight line. So this multiplied by 1 gives us A into, note we're looking for N. So 1 multiplied by this to equal to S into 1 minus R. Okay? We're not close to getting N, but we can expand. So A multiplied by 1 is A minus AR, and that's A multiplied by R raised to power N, equal to S multiplied by 1 is S minus SR. Okay, in order to avoid this minus, I will take this to the other side and bring these ones here. So A plus S coming here becomes minus S, right? Minus SR coming here becomes plus SR. Equal to, now this minus AR and going to the other side becomes plus AR raised to power N. Right? So we're almost there. So if we choose to divide both sides by A, that will be a very good step. And then A cancels A. Now our R raised to power N left. R raised to power N is equal to A minus S plus SR all over A. Okay? So what do you think we can do from here? Yes, what do you think we can do? Now that the N is a power, if we say we should multiply both sides by the, take a power of 1 over N on both sides, you still find the N here again. That's solving a small problem by creating a bigger one. So that's a no-go area. Now we can introduce logarithms. So logarithms come to the rescue. Now if we add logarithm to both sides, so we are going to have log R raised to power N, log R raised to power N equal to log A minus S plus SR all over A. So I've introduced logarithm to both sides. Now remember our third law of logarithm. The number doesn't matter that much. Now, a law of logarithm allows us to bring the power of the argument of the log forward. So this will give us n log r equal to log A minus S plus SR all over A. Yes. So you see that mathematics is it builds on previous knowledge. So the reason many people struggle in maths is that they don't understand topic A and that they are learning topic B, which depends on topic A. So then the confusion comes. Now, but interestingly, I've solved this problem on my channel. So you can scroll through the videos, not short, the full videos. You'll see where I made this the subject of formula. So you can follow through. I took time to explain it in details there. So you can do that. But for now, introducing log from here allows us to bring this n down here. And now it's easy. This is a product, isn't it? So we can divide both sides by log r. Our aim is to isolate n or to make n the subject of the formula. So if we divide both sides by log r divided by log r, this will cancel out this. So our n equals to all over log r. Okay, not very long, but packed. So if you have followed me to this point, I believe your knowledge on transposing formulas will be balanced now, and you'll be able to solve almost any problem that comes your way involving transposition of formulas. Okay, so any question before we move to the last question on the board? Any question? So I think the last one we have to solve is this. We have to make T the subject. So this T now, we want to make it the subject. Now, if you do physics, you will be very familiar with this equation. But this is not a physics class. So, any question before we move to the next one? Okay, so we can proceed, right? Good. Do I rub this? Because I need time to explain this very well. It's not as lengthy, but I need to break down certain things because this is advanced mathematics. So can I rub this? Remember what I said, the video will leave the video public. So you can always go back and watch any part that, and pause it, any part that you want to be clearer to you. Okay, so let me bring it here. I don't know, I prefer solving in the middle. So we're making T the subject. Okay, so what do you think we can do? For me, I can divide both sides by n naught so that I have exponential minus lambda t to one side. So we can divide both sides by n naught. By n naught. So n divided by n naught equals to n naught exponential minus lambda t divided by n naught. So this will cancel this. So we have our e left, right? So exponential minus lambda t equals to what? N over n naught. Okay, so I hope this is clear. This should be clear. We're trying to isolate our t as much as we can. So is this clear enough? Check any confusion in the house. Okay. Now, so remember the last one we solved, when we wanted to bring our n down, remember we had r raised to power n equals to blah, 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 right? So to bring this n down, we introduced logarithm, right? So it gave us n log r. Remember from the last problem we solved. Now we can apply something similar here. And now remember there are two types of logarithms. The common log, which we applied there, and there's another kind of logarithm called natural log. So this is your log, let's say r base 10. This is it's called common log. Now if you have log whose base is e, this is called natural logarithm. And instead of writing it like this, we write it as ln, let's say log r ln r. Instead of writing as log base e or log r to base e, we just write it as ln r. So to indicate natural log. So we can introduce that natural log. And why are we introducing natural log? Because natural log cancels this exponential normally. Because remember, if you have log a base a, what's the answer? Log a base a, the answer is 1. When the argument and the base are the same, it gives you 1, right? So before we even change it to ln, let me bring it this way. So it's like log to base e. Let's add log to base e to both sides. So log to base e of exponential minus lambda t equals to log to base e of n divided by n naught. Now, this log to base e, like I said, in mathematics or in physics, we call it ln instead of log to base e. So I will rewrite this line now as ln because that's what you will see. Sorry. That's what you see in a lot of cases. So I want to present it that way, but you understand what it means. So I'm just rewriting this line. Okay, so these two lines are exactly the same. So remember I said log to base e is called ln. So this is how you see it in most cases. Okay? Now, if you remember from here, this n came forward, right? We brought it forward. So we can bring this minus lambda t forward. So it's like generally ln and e cancels, just like e and e we cancel out to give you 1 here. So log e and e is 1, right? So, but before we do that, you can bring our power this way and then it becomes 1. So we have minus lambda t equals to ln n over n naught. Please indicate, do you understand what I've just done? And this is critical because especially if you are a science student, you do physics. This is how they derived your formula for half-life that you use. When you say half-life, T half equals to ln 2 over lambda. This is how the formula was derived. So do you understand? Let me see. Any confusion? You can bring the other one. All right. All right, so now at this ln, or maybe we should just leave it as logarithm so it's easier to understand for those who don't do physics. So let's leave it as log because it will be easy for you to relate what we are doing. It's easy for you to relate what we are doing. So bear with me, please, for the time wasted. Let's just go on from here. All right. So minus lambda t log e equals to log e n over n naught. Okay, so log e is 1, right? That's clear from what we have here. So minus lambda t equals to, now if you remember the second law of logarithms, if you have log a minus log b minus, that will give you log what? A over b. You divide, right? You divide the arguments of the log. When you are subtracting two logs of the same base, you divide the arguments of the logarithm. So we're going to apply that here now. So this can give us log to base e n minus log to base e n naught. Like, so this law, we're not doing the reverse of it. So we have this, it gives us this. So this gives us this conveniently. Okay? So we can divide both sides by minus 1 or minus. Since it's t we are looking for, even straightforward, we can divide both sides by minus lambda. So if we divide both sides by minus lambda by minus lambda, this will cancel out this. Then our t is equal to what? So I think it's now convenient for me to make the log e lean, because we've crossed the confusion that somebody was having while we go back to the log. So this will be log to base e is called lean n minus lean n naught divided by minus lambda. Okay, so that's the answer. But it's not appropriate to leave our negative here, so we can do something about it. Okay? So, and I've done this analogy before. Your negative is down or up, is the same thing. So our t can be written as minus so if the minus is down or up, it's the same thing. The value is still the same. And I've explained this already in a few examples before now. So if we multiply by minus 1, so our t is equal to, that's minus ln n plus ln n naught over lambda, right? So it's now convenient to say that t is equals to ln n naught, positive first, minus ln n over lambda. And this is our answer mathematically. Yes. So very interesting session. We learned how to transpose formulas to make another variable the subject. Now, but let me add this. Now, if you do physics, you are familiar with physics, you would have heard about half-life. Now, how do you calculate half-life? Now, there are two things you know about half-life. One, at half-life, if this time is changed to half-life, at half-life, the n naught, which is the original number of atoms available, is half of what, or the number of atoms present will be half of the original, like the time it takes to become half of the original, right? So at half-life, this is an extra one anyway, so if you don't do physics, fine, this is your answer. But I just want to help the science students who do physics to know how this formula is gotten. So at half-life, your number of atoms present will be half of the original number of atoms present. So that's ln n naught minus n will be n naught over 2. Like the number of atoms present when the time is half at the half-life will be half of the original number of atoms present divided by lambda, right? Now, from here, remember what we did from here. So this one on its own becomes ln n naught minus, let's pick this one. This will give us what? Ln, seeing it as logarithm, becomes ln n naught, remember, minus what? Ln 2, right? All over lambda. Now, if we expand with this negative here, what we're going to have is ln n naught minus ln n naught minus plus ln 2, right? Over lambda, right? So obvious, this will cancel this because they're exactly the same. Ln n naught minus ln n naught, that's 0. So your t half-life is equal to ln 2 over lambda. Okay, so if you do physics, this is how the half-life was derived, that you calculate. This is how the answer was derived. Yeah, so an interesting session. I really thank those of you that have been with us from the beginning till now. And interestingly, the network didn't disappoint us today. We're glad, and it's a beautiful one. So join me next week, same time, 5 p.m. West African time. In India, that will be 10 p.m. in Indian time. And in your location, just locate 5 p.m. West African time. You can get your own local time from there and join us. So it's usually an interesting time. We spend time simplifying mathematics. So my job here is to simplify mathematics for you so that you can use it confidently. I remain Earl Samm. See you next week, Friday, same time. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please check. You'll see where to subscribe. Just subscribe to the channel so that you can be notified. You'll be the first to be notified when we put out new content. And sure, mathematics will be made fun for you. Have a nice day.
So thanks for joining, guys. I think this was a very long one, I can't lie. So I hope you enjoyed and understood what Elsam just solved in this topic. So I'm going to reach out to those of you guys that are like you're still in schools, universities, college. If you have any topics that is hard for you guys, you can just comment, or yeah, maybe in the next video or in the next live, you can just comment below or in this chat. Yeah, just comment now. All right, so that we can get help you guys and prepare and teach you guys. So thanks for joining, guys. Shout out to all the active members in the group, in the live session rather. Thanks very much. See you later. Peace out. Sure. Oh God, the network no even. It's because of that call. I think because of that call.